From the WJAY studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's season 2 of Wipe Those Tears! With our tier masters, our statistician Brandon Bogard, the Mario Man Mark Leota, AVGN expert Gianni Pizzi, the Retro Arcade Boy Scott Seffy McVeigh, and our timekeeper Andrew Hocking. Your host and moderator is Jason DeCanio. There we are, and welcome once again to Wipe Those Tears. It's episode number 52 on this Wednesday night, April 9th, 2025. Your host and moderator, Jason Kenyo, and hello, Tier Masters.
Hello, Jason.
We are officially now 11 days till Easter Sunday, and I hear in some of you guys' areas, you're finally getting some of that nice spring weather. Or I even heard that there's some areas that are still getting snow this late. Wow.
Oh. We got some, but not all of it.
Yeah, winter temperatures don't want to leave Canada just yet.
Yeah, but thankfully, Scott, you said you had some good weather today, so that's a nice break, right?
This is true. Yeah, I mean, earlier this week, we were seeing, actually, like last weekend, we were seeing 40s for highs, and today we're actually in the mid 70s. So yeah, big change there.
Nice break from it, and we finally got into the upper 70s today. We held out about there, so I'll take it. But we're expecting some hotter weather later on. Summer ain't here yet.
Yeah, true.
As you know, tonight Gianni is not here with us. He is on his schedule at work for the next 2 weeks, so he'll be off for 3 weeks because we'll be off for a week during Easter break. So we will all come back in May and start up again. And we want to dedicate this program to Jesse Ortiz's mom, who's in the hospital. Mrs. Ortiz, get well soon and get home so you can recoup. In the meantime, Jesse, take all the time you need to be with your mom, and we'll keep praying for you, okay? So this show is dedicated to the Ortiz family, courtesy of, and like I said, we'll go on with what we have to do today. Tonight, gentlemen, you guys are going to be playing a Who Am I? Okay, that's all right. Doing in the breaks, and we should be able to get to the Super Mario series tonight.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely coming in. Into play if we get to about 13. I counted. If we do 13 tonight, we should be there. Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. We'll get to. Well, yeah, I already counted, and we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there. All right, very good. Statistician, tell us how many games we have left.
136 more.
Ooh.
136 more, and we will finally say goodbye to NES. And remember, you guys will get a final copy of the tier standings and where every game fits in. Here, you always get a kind of a reference.
Well, when we get to that copy, I'm pretty sure the copy is gonna be like,
yeah. All right. So with that, anybody got anything else they need to share with us tonight, or we can get ready for the rules?
I think we're in good shape, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get to the rules of Wipe Those Tears. we're still continuing on with the NES games. That's where we are. Letter S. And Andrew's going to give you 2 minutes. All right, so please watch your time. And, of course, 50 to 100 is where that grading scale is going to be. All right? Hopefully, we'll get some good stuff in tonight, as they say. All right, let's go ahead. Get ready to open up the board. All right. So it is just going to be the 5 of us tonight. And as you can see, this is the running order of how it's going to start off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And first up on the list tonight is Stealth ATF. Yep. Yeah. Stealth ATF. This is a put out by Imagineering, Activision, and Nintendo, October 1989. It is the fighter. It's a stealth fighter video game. The object is to take out aircraft that are trying to destroy the player's stealth fighter, and the game supports up to 2 players. You're flying a Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk. Ooh. Wow. And All Game gave the video 2.5 out of 5. The Video Game Critic gave Stealth ATF a letter grade of F, less than 5 out of 10 in their April 8th, 2001 overview. Wow. Hard reception for this game. Okay. So let's go ahead and start off with our statistician, Brandon Bogard.
So while I looked at the gameplay images, some were okay. Then there were 2 on the left of the back cover. I'm like, why are they in space? So for that, I'm going to give it a 78.
78. Okay. All right. Okay. 78 in there. And now we go to Scott.
Okay. Box art doesn't look too bad. I kind of like the idea of the big old stealth bomber shooting a couple missiles here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like something he destroyed behind him. And other than that, that's the only thing I can have that's going good for this whole game. If everything else that you said earlier, Jason, was pretty lousy from the reviews here, so I had to give you this sucker 70 at best.
Not the Scott special, but the 70 at best. Okay. 70. All right. And now we go to Andrew Hawking with Stealth.
Okay, so I never heard this game, but I look at the cover and I like this cover because I like airplanes are military grade, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I'm going. My score will be in the beat tour. I'm going to go to 87.
87. Okay. All right. Very good. All right, Mark, you're up with Stealth.
Okay. What's with that? That airplane looks pretty cool there.
Yep, it's a Nighthawk. It's a F-117 Nighthawk. Yep.
Yeah, though, pretty cool looking airplane, I must say. All right, I think I will give this then an 89.
2 up. 89. Okay. You know what it reminds me of? From the TV show Airwolf, you know?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Great show. And the guy who basically was on that program passed away quite some time.
Oh yeah.
Kind of one of those overlooked shows, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and speaking of which, Scott, for Activision, I'm surprised that this one didn't get more popular when it was on the Atari.
Yeah, of course. I think the closest thing to this being an Atari game was that Space Shuttle title that Activision came out with, because it looks kind of similar. And from what I saw, kind of bland looking on the graphics department. That's probably another reason why I got such low scores in the first place.
Yeah, definitely. But I like the cover art. I like that blue and yellow kind of combination, and the fire in the background looks like he's just killing everything out there. And he looks like he is a Nighthawk. It looks like a hawk, just kind of just going out there doing its job. So I'm going to actually Taco Bell it and one up Mark with a 90.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. So we'll give a 1 up there. You know, rarely last week I was giving a lot of D's and F's. Tonight might be a different story.
Well, let's find out what the average is.
Yep, here we go. Divided by 5. Okay. No, it's not staying in the. It's not going to be an F. I can tell you that.
No.
No, but it is going in the B tier. I can get it. Come on.
Right there.
Oh, and the Blue Jays just scored on a sacrifice fly.
Mhm.
And,
Thanks for the update.
and also, Daisy copied me with a hidden block star. Are you kidding me?
I see it. Go up.
Keep going up.
Yeah, keep going up. Right there. I see it. There it is.
I had it too. Okay, going right there in the B tier. 82.8. Very good, guys.
Okay. All right.
Got it. First one up there, and let's go to the next game.
I'm gonna wonder if that's gonna be a running problem as we do a tier with that many lists. Your mouse just
Yeah, it's the mouse. It's not the tier. I can tell you that.
I know it's not the tier. If we're just having mouse problems, has problems with a list this big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep, that's definitely. All right, Stinger is next. And this one is put out by Konami. Another great company.
There you go.
Yep, it's a shoot 'em up video game developed by Konami. Also released for the Family Computer Disk System. And as with the other Konami titles like Castlevania and Biomiracle, this was later re-released in 1993 as a standard Famicom game with some minor changes. Stinger can be played up to 3 players simultaneously. The first 2 players control Twin B and Win B, the ships from the previous game, and using the standard Famicom controllers, while the third player controls Gwyn B, a green ship, by connecting an additional controller into the console's expansion port. Wow. The primary power-up items are once again bells that are uncovered by shooting floating clouds throughout the stages. And that's about it. No reception on that one. So there was no what you call it, ratings on it. Okay, Scott, we'll go to you with Stinger.
Okay. Sounds like it's a pretty good little shooter here. As you mentioned before, this was the sequel to the classic Twin B here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a really cool idea. Yeah, like I said, hardly anyone ever would use the 3-player option in this case, but it would have been pretty cool if it actually happened, though.
If you can get 2 players, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's cute. I think it was still a pretty good fun shooter. 85.
85, okay. Got it. Okay, Andrew, you're up with Stinger.
So I never heard this game, but I look at the cover and it's like, I don't know why those 3 ships are wearing colorful boxing gloves.
Because that's how it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. So for this cover, I almost lost for words for that. So for this game, I'm going to give a Scott Special a 75.
Oh, okay. You got it. 75 Scott Special. Okay. All right, Mark, you're up with Stinger.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played this before. Well, the cover does look kind of decent there. But yeah, I've never played this or heard of it. Hey, Andrew, let's make this 2 Scott Specials.
Double up.
Oh, okay.
All right, doubling up on the 2 Scott Specials. All right, another 75. And now Brandon Bogart has Stinger.
Oh my fucking God. So I sent a photo in the private chat of both covers. On the front cover, you have flying coat hangers that are alive.
Oh, I see that. I see that. That's very good. That's very good.
And then on the back, when the first thing it says, save the Earth from an alien snack attack. And then somebody named Professor Einstein J. Cinnamon. What? And then creature's name Attack-Ons. And then a galactic ball of cotton candy. And Sweet Tooth. And what is this? This is insane. 53.
Oh.
53.
Get the mother ready. And the cross too as well.
Yeah. All right. We give that a buzzer as well too.
Yeah, that too. All right.
All right, 53 for wow. Well, I'll tell you, it is a Konami cover, which is classic. I like that. And I like, all Konami covers are vintage. But I never played this game because I've seen it before, but I've never owned it or played it or even rented it to attempt it. I guess I'm just kind of that person that doesn't like that kind of game. And yeah, shoot 'em up. I mean, I do like some shoot 'em ups, but there are other ones I would have actually probably got my hands on before this one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it looks a little cartoonish too on the cover art.
Yes.
It's not like your movie poster where you see a movie this is. I wonder if they made a cartoon out of this Stinger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, I agree with Scott and Mark and go with the Scott Special double up 75.
And yours truly as well.
Oh, okay, Andrew too. Yep, okay. Why not? Just kind of be nice to it. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Got our 5 scores. Let's go ahead and average it out. Okay, that's actually going in the C tier down here. 72.6. That just barely passed. Okay. All right. Next up is Street Cop.
Ooh.
Yep, put out by Human Entertainment and Bandai. All right. This is these are compatible games. So these are ones that specifically this game is played with the power pad. And the power pad was originally released by Bandai as the Family Trainer in 86. Yep. And then they give a list of 11 compatible games that go with it, including this one here, Street Cop. So I'm guessing because of the fact that you must do a lot of running to chase after criminals, you would need the power pad. Makes sense. Okay. And that pretty much, you're just a cop chasing after criminals while jumping over things and using the club to apprehend the foes. And you have to step on the buttons corresponding to each of the cop's actions, such as moving, jumping, and clubbing. Very little information on this, but because of the fact that it is a power pad compatible game. We'll start this time with Andrew Hocking.
So never heard this, never played this game. I look at it and then also look at the cover. Okay, this is the best game because you can't use the NAS controllers, just only the power pad, of course.
Yep.
So and not bad on the cover. So for this grading, I will get this one an 82.
82. Okay. All right. Okay, Mark. How about Street Cop?
Street Cop, huh? Well,
Yep.
there's good street cops and there's bad street cops.
Oh, yes.
There's also badass street cops.
Very good, Mark. Very good. Oh.
All right. Well, I think I will give this one a 92.
92.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Taco Bell from Mr. Leota with all of that great commentary. Okay, Mr. Bogard, you're up with Street Cop.
So after looking at the back cover and reading the story and such, and also looking at the front cover, man, the guy could do a little more work with it, the way he was designed. I'm gonna give it the Scott Special 75.
Okay, 75. All right. Okay, Scott. What about Street Cop?
Well, okay. The cover art for the American version looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking at the Japanese cover arts, which looks very cute. Yeah, is the word. And a lot more colorful than the American version. The only thing that's keeping this sucker high rated to a lot of us is of course the cover art, though. The fact that essentially I've never played this because I never had a power pad nor even the NES to play with.
I was just
that makes it hard to say. Yeah, that would be very hard to say though. So I can't give it much. But again, cover's nice, 80.
80. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was just going to ask all of you guys basically who owned a power pad amongst the group here.
Not me. Not me.
I don't have an NES.
The only thing as far as the accessories I had was the gun. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be really persuade your parents to get you all those accessories to fulfill your destiny there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with most of you guys on the cover art. It's a great picture there. And playable wise, I would think you probably work up a sweat doing all of the stuff if you actually did own a power pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably I'd go with the Scott Special too, 75. Double up. Nobody was in there with a 75. Okay, we got it. All right. Let's average it out, guys. Okay. All right, 80.8. Going in the B tier, right next to Stealth. Oh boy. Okay. All right, let's go end of the first quarter here. All right. And for Who Am I? Yay.
Cool.
We'll get it in fast. That way we can get back to doing more of the games and as many as we can. All right. Good luck to all of you on this Who Am I? And your first clue is I am a regal historical figure. Regal historical figure. Okay. Clue number 2. Was born long ago in Africa. Okay. And clue number 3. I ruled circa 1333 BC. Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Talk about going back in time on this one, gentlemen.
That's going a ways back.
Yeah, we're going to it's like the Babylonian time. Oof. Okay. Anybody need to take a break? Get water?
Nope.
And the Jays have defeated the Red Sox 2-1.
Yes. Yes.
Kabongadoo.
Kabongadoo.
I said 2 Bongadoo.
2 Bongadoo. All right, we'll take a look at the statistics at halftime, Andrew, so that way you can gather a little more. And let's get back to
all right.
Here we go. Quarter number 2 starts right now. Second quarter of the game. And the next one up on the list is a Street Fighter game, but it's Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight. Ooh, put out by Capcom, another great company. August 8th, 1990. What was that?
That was me. My bad.
Okay.
Okay, you won't have to hear that again. Okay, go on.
No, I just didn't know if he was okay. Sometimes I know those sound effects, some come out of the woodwork. This is a side-scrolling action platform game developed by Capcom in 90. Was marketed as a science fiction themed spin-off to the 1987 arcade game Street Fighter. And your main character, of course, is Ken. And the Japanese unrelated character was named Kevin. So close enough. The player controls Ken, a former martial arts champion who has been given cybernetic implants. The objective of each stage is to destroy the designated enemy target shown before the stage begins and obtain the energy required to open a trans-dimensional portal to the next stage. Wow. Okay, let's see if there was any reception here. Yes, GameSpot retrospectively criticized the translated plot line of introducing Ken as a cyborg 25 years into the future of the original Street Fighter, comparing it to the alterations of dualism for the movie Street Fighter. OneUp.com retrospectively described the game as a bastard offshoot of the franchise. And a nightmare of terrible localization. Screw Attack. Hey, have we heard of Screw Attack before? I thought they were on YouTube.
They were.
I thought so. Well, they stated that the game was incredibly difficult, but not bad, and that if it had not been marketed as a Street Fighter game, it most likely would have been ignored. Ooh. Okay. Mark, you're going to start us off with this one, with Street Fighter 2010.
Okay. Well, any Street Fighter game is usually pretty solid. I don't know if I don't think I played the one on the NES, but I guess this is probably the one that started that whole series of Street Fighter games. I'm going to say 85.
85, okay. Got it. Okay, Brandon Bogard, you're up. Street Fighter 2010.
For something that's called Street Fighter 2010, I call BS.
Yeah.
You're fighting not only robotic knights, but also a dragon with just your bare hands. You can tell on the front cover.
Uh-huh.
And on the images in the back cover, apparently there's some kind of galactic grass or whatever that is. On the second image also in the middle, it looks like a creature whose head is some kind of soda bottle lid.
Yeah, zoom, zoom.
6'5".
65. Oh man. Talk about your
Launcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott, you're up with Street Fighter 2010.
Okay, let's be honest here. This is not Street Fighter.
Uh-huh.
This is a cheap cash in for a so-so to mediocre side scroller game here. So there you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, again, the only reason why this sucker got brought out to the States is because they wanted to capitalize on the popular game name here.
Mm-hmm.
50.
Ooh.
Launcher.
Definitely, yeah. Bottom of the barrel there.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew. What do you have to say about this one?
So I never heard of this game. I look at the cover, and I think Brendan Bogard got it right on the nose. He got every single one I was almost going to say, but he beat me to it. That's why. So for that, so if I find this game, I'll give it a try, and I'm gonna one up from Mark. I'm gonna go 86.
86. Okay. All right. 86 for you. All right, respectable. Now I am a fan of the movie Street Fighter. Okay.
Oh yes, that's right. I almost forgot about that. Forgot about that.
Yep. Okay. But as far as the games themselves, no, I've always watched people playing in the arcade. And I know, Scott, you would probably play the arcade version of the original Street Fighter anytime before this thing.
Actually, yeah. So even though I'm not a fighting game player, though, I would prefer that over this piece of garbage. So,
most definitely. That's what I was getting at, is that, if you walked across the cabinet version of Street Fighter, you probably pop some quarters in it and take a gander at it, because it's just, that's what it was originally meant to be.
Right.
Again, cover art's the only saving grace in this whole thing here. And I looked at some of the images, and it looks like Super C. Looks like, or Contra. The way it's the way it looks. Yeah. This definitely looks like Contra or Super C or something else, but not Street Fighter. So I have to go with Scott and double up with it and go 50.
Get ready for launch, Sean.
All right, guys, let's see the average here. Right there.
Oh, right is that in the D's?
That's in the D's, and it's unfortunate.
Man.
Yeah.
Especially mine and Mark scores in the 80s, that's why.
Yeah. 67.2, even with the couple 50s that we had with it.
Oh, just fell shy of a passing score of 70.
Yeah, exactly. For that reason.
All right.
Go to the next game here and kind of regroup from that one. Next up, looks like
Strider.
Okay. Capcom, July 1989. Action adventure game. And this was produced in tandem with the arcade version there, Scott.
It's true, though, but I'll tell more about it in a little bit.
Yeah. And there's also a Game Boy Advance compilation of Capcom Classics mini mix as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Set in a dystopian future during the year 2048, the game centers around a secret organization of high-tech ninja-like operatives known as the Striders, who specialize in various kinds of wet works, such as smuggling, kidnapping, demolitions, and disruption. And this player takes control of Hiryu, the youngest ever elite class Strider in the organization.
Hear you.
Yeah. Hear you. Yeah, thank you.
I can't hear you, yeah.
Hear you, yeah. Strider on Nintendo was met with positive reception from the critics, though some said the game does not capture the arcade version of the game very well, making it nearly entirely different game from its arcade counterpart. And over the years, Strider on NES has been included on top lists from several outlets. Topless Robots, Todd Siolek ranked its ending as number 5 in their top 10 most depressing NES game endings. Ooh. Nintendo Power ranked it number 162 of the top 285. And Arcade Sushi's John Ledford ranked it into its intro cinematic as number 8 in their 10 best NES intros. Okay. Lots of going on there, some mixed reviews. And now we go back to the top of the order with Brandon Bogard and Strider.
Strider. Well, here it goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
The man has got the screen to himself.
So I'm looking at this. Your mission. One of the things it says on the back cover says your mission begins in Red Square, but after fighting off KGB attacks, I'm guessing that's supposed to mean kill giant bastards.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Now you must return to Moscow and face the Grand Master of Red Army. And I'm sorry, 2048? There is an image of something that looks like the weirdest robot contraption ever. And then on the front cover, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be a Russian war?
Uh-oh.
Every day.
I love it.
Give it the lowest 50.
Oh,
Long John!
I could just hit
Oh, man. Yeah.
50. Okay. All right, Scott, you're up with Strider.
Okay, let's be honest here. This is not the arcade version. The Genesis title is the arcade version. I'll tell you that right there.
Ah, okay.
The TurboGrafx 16 version, which was in Japan only, was the arcade version, although kind of weirder. This was a more original title, and you know what? I think it works. I seriously think it works. The cover art, meh. The game itself, yeah. I will give this sucker 90.
90.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Wait a minute, from 50 to 90. Oh my goodness.
Difference of opinion, it seems.
Yo, yeah, it's very different of opinion there. Mr. Hawking, you're up with Strider.
Well, I never heard of this game. I look at the front cover. I like their font, and I don't know why is there a sword aiming at the letter D. Can you see the front cover? Sword is aiming at the letter D. Come on. Of course, Brun Bogard's also correct on that one. But I'm not going all the way down. I'm going to stick stay in the C's. Past the Scott special. 77.
77. Okay. Good job. Okay. All right, Mark. You are up with Strider.
Okay, never played this. The cover art looks okay, I suppose. But like Stephanie was saying, the gameplay is, I guess, what kind of really stands out here on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, as I see that Daisy just cursed me for whatever reason, I will give this a 95.
95. Wow. And a Taco Bell. Okay. Well, I've never seen this game before. Never played it. Cover art looks like anime.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but more like early anime, you know?
Yeah.
Anime. Something that would come out before it.
Good 80s style.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. And it's a action adventure platform game. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. I was looking at one of the what do you call it? The screen captions. Huh. Mm-hmm. Transport tube. Oh boy. That would confuse me with all of the lines and everything. So I will give this 65. Yeah.
Ooh.
Not really what I was thinking. Maybe I was confused on my own commentary on description wise. But yeah. All right, let's see what the average is. Going in the C tier, 75.4.
Ooh.
Barely. It's the Scott special. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And now coming up to a game I think we all played before in some way, shape, or form. Super C. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We finally got to it. There it is, guys. Remember when we were doing Contra? Way back in the day. All right, Super C. One of my favorites. It is Konami, February 2nd, 1990. And this is, of course, Super Contra or Contra 2. And the gameplay and the graphics are similar to the port of the first Contra game. Okay. And then, of course, there was the Konami code. Yep. There was also the Game Genie codes. Love that. So I actually got to complete the game. Yep. In Japan, Game Machine listed Super Contra as being the fourth most successful table arcade unit of the month. All Game editor Aaron Kozadar described Super C as an excellent game that a lot of hardcore gamers will never forget. Japanese game magazine Famitsu gave the Famicom version a 25 out of 40. And in 1997, Electronic Gaming Monthly listed it as the 9th best arcade game of all time. There you go. All right, Scott, Super C.
This is what we've been waiting for. At least one of them I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. If we loved Contra, you know that Super C was a very good title, though. Arcade version was beautiful looking, though. The home version looked beautiful. Lots of good characters. Lots of large characters as well, though. 100.
Hello, 100. There it is. First 100 of the night, too. Yes. Okay, Mr. Hawking, now Super C.
So I never heard this game, and I look at the cover. Okay, I like the font, and why did they put a large C in it?
Because they keep it with the same C as the Contra logo.
Exactly. And I'd say, and I'm like, why is there a whirlpool on the center of the cover? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So for that, I will pass on the Scott special. I'm gonna go with 76.
76. Okay, you got it. All right, Mark, Super C.
Well, let's just do it this way. Super C means super cookie. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Elmo couldn't agree more.
Whatever you say, Elmo. Alright. Oh, I did the whole one. Nice. I'll give this one a 99.
Whoa!
I don't know.
Yeah, and of course, Scott already got one up of you, Mark.
That's right. Yep, that's you got the one up on that one. Scott did. But Mark got one fry short of a Happy Meal. All right, Ben Bogard, what do you got to say about Super C?
I'm putting the score on my display name.
Okay. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Whoa! Whoa! Are you kidding?
No.
You got a score of 52? Holy moly, long shot on that one. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Can you explain why?
First of all, because I'm not an NES fan, I never even heard of this. And everything from the gameplay images to the front cover. Ugh.
Oh boy! Oh,
This gives me one last surprising question. If you're not an NES fan, why are you doing this?
oh!
But it just came out, so there you go.
We all have a different background and expertise, so it's okay.
Jeez, with that score, with that score, oh god, I almost gotta get myself a heart attack on that one.
Well, that's why I also said, if you can't give it a good score on playability, at least on cover art. But if you got to be honest with it, I mean, that's the way it goes.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, you all have your scores, huh?
To answer your question, Scott, the reason I'm doing this because I was forced to do this.
You were not forced. You were not forced.
Oh yes, I was.
By who? Not me. I didn't force
you begged me to do this.
Oh, come on. Thank you.
Okay, all right, let's continue. Jason, we're still waiting for you. That's why.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, I played this game. This was one of the very first of the Contra games that I actually owned, and I enjoyed it so much. I kept playing and practicing it. Then when I got the Game Genie, I found out about the codes. So, and then, hey, cover art, fantastic. No doubt about it. 100 all the way.
Double up time. It's double up time.
That's right. Double up, too. Yep. All right, let's see the average. Okay. It's going in the B tier, 85.4.
Okay.
That's still a respectable B for it. Okay. Still got about 15 minutes left before quarter 2 ends. All right. Let's go to the next game here. Looks like we have a racing game. Okay. Let's put it out by Supercars, I guess. Yep. It's like Supercars. Yep. Okay. And this one is by Gremlin Graphics and Electro Brain, February 1991. It's a top view racing game. There are endless tracks on each of the 4 difficulty levels, which can be raced in any order, although the last track is made harder than usual. There are 3 cars available for purchasing during the game: the Taraco Naruto Turbo, the Vogue Interceptor Turbo, and the Retron Parsec Turbo. Wow. What names. No other reception was given to it. So it's kind of like, RC Pro-Am, Rad Racer, but with much fancier cars. Okay, we now go to, Andrew. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, before I give my score, Mark, breaking news, the least one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, supercars. So I love racing cars. Never played this, but I love racing cars. And of course, on the cover it says Nissan, and one of the that's one of this on their racing cars, of course.
Mm-hmm. So
for that, I'm going up to the A tier and get ready for the Taco Bell song, Jason. 93.
Got it, 93. You got it. Taco Bell. All right. Mark, supercars.
Okay, well, definitely a fun, looks like a nice little racing game there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good race?
Yep.
95.
95. Another Taco Bell. Okay. Brandon Bogard, supercars.
Gameplay images. I wish that there was a little bit looked a little more exciting on one of the gameplay images. But other than that, everything else, thank God, a game I like today for once. 90.
90. Okay.
Thank God. It took a while, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, Scott, supercars.
Okay. This kind of looks like a ripoff of Micro Machines.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not bad. You know my number.
75.
Yep.
You got it. Okay. When in doubt, just give it Scott special there. There's just the cover art looks a lot wishy-washy. The one we're grading here. If you were colorblind, you couldn't tell where the cars were in the color scheme because the cars matched the background of the red, white, and blue, and everything else. Yeah. So unless you were told where each car was individually, you couldn't tell based on your color blindness, which I'm not trying to poke fun at those who have who can't see colors too well, but when you make a cover art, you're supposed to kind of balance out everything so that the person can see what they're getting to into or what they're purchasing, so that way they understand, but it's a racing game, and I think the other racing games would kind of benefit better than this one. So I'm going to fail it with 60. Yeah.
L1 shot.
Yeah, L1 shot. Okay, let's average out this one and see what we have. Okay. It's going in the B tier. Okay, gonna go down right here. 82.6. Another B. No A's tonight, guys. No.
We're always trying our best. That's all it takes.
All it takes. Yeah. I think we have time for one more.
Yeah.
I feel it's Super Mario will probably have some A's.
Oh
yes, yes it is. Yes it is.
Let's go to the final one before halftime here. And this is Super Dodgeball. Ooh, if you like dodgeball. Yep, this is by CSG ImageSoft, July 26, 1988. And sports video game developed by Technos Japan. Also based on the 1987 arcade game of the same name there, Scott.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Yep, they also had the World Cup play, the Versus play, the Beanball version. You have the Team USA, the Pro All-Stars, England, India, Iceland, China, Kenya, Japan. A lot of teams, a lot of regional differences. There you go. So it's basically dodgeball, like when you play it in a gymnasium. Yep. Okay, we'll start with Mark this time.
All right. Well, like they said in that movie Dodgeball, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I think I will give this one. Let's see. What do I give this one? 86.
86. Okay. Good job. All right. Now we go back to Brandon Bogard with Super Dodgeball.
Super Dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think of a dodgeball game. A game that has been banned from school.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Kind of wishing now that there's would be some kind of league for dodgeball. Are there any? Is it even considered a sport?
At one time, I thought Olympic sport, but
it could be.
With the way things are going today, I don't think it would even get close.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, mostly I looked at the front cover, and yeah, that. All right, I'm gonna send it in the private chat. Here it is. From the way that kid looks on the front cover, that said it all. I don't know why the dodgeball looks like a volleyball though.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it an 84.
84. Okay. I think in answer to your question of why it's a white ball, has to show up really good on the screen so you can tell where the ball is. Sometimes a dodgeball is red, but in this case, if the guys are wearing red shirts, it would you would see too much of red, and you'd have to distinguish the ball from it. I would think that would be the reason.
Yeah.
Scott, please kind of give me an update on Super Dodgeball.
Okay, well, like I said, this is the same company that created the River City Ransom game series, though, and as well. So that's why it uses character designs from that or another game as well.
Yeah,
and you could tell this is actually part of a whole group of games that came from Technos and all that there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is actually a pretty good title, though. People have always liked this one. Have very few anything said badly about it. So, for gameplay reasons, it's a 90.
90, okay. Taco Bell. All right, Andrew Hocking, Super Dodgeball.
So I look at the cover. I've never heard of the game, and I look at the cover. And I was like, "Why did he use a volleyball instead of a regular dodgeball?"
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. And I see so many country flags, and then I see there's you forgot to mention there. I see the part of the Canadian flag, of course.
Yep.
So for that, I will double up from Mark at 86 as well.
86, a double up. Okay. Very good. All right. I am very appreciative of the fact that one of the things about Nintendo is they do honor the countries at that time very well. It's like the Olympics. Now, having played dodgeball in school and gotten the worst of the worst from it, I hate dodgeball. I hate it.
Oh,
money on this? No. When you go out and you can play it, but I'd rather play kickball or soccer or something else.
Baseball.
Yeah. So dodgeball and me just don't mix. So I am failing this 50. 50.
And a long shot. I have to say that, Jason. I have to say that.
No. Okay. Let's go ahead and average it out. Okay. Right there, 79.2. Oh, so close to a B. But goes in the C tier. All right, we're at that time. Very good. Okay, before we go to Who Am I, Andrew, give us the stats on who got what as far as awards tonight.
Okay, so on first and second parts, Mark got a total of 3. I got 2. And of course, our statisticians finally got 1.
Very good.
So, and I'll be back with the updates later on the show.
Okay, and we're ready now for the next clues of Who Am I? All right, clue number 4. Here we go. My reign wasn't regarded as particularly important. Okay, let me get into the light here. Okay, clue number 5. An event in 1922 made me famous. And clue number 6. Howard Carter discovered my virtually untouched tomb.
I think I got it already.
Yeah,
okay. You might. All right. 6 clues it took. Not too bad. Anybody need to take a break?
Nope.
Yeah, I do need to take a little bit of a peek here.
Okay. You can go ahead and go to the bathroom. In the meantime, we thank you for your continued support here. We've got 2 of our listeners, 2 of our viewers watching tonight. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the NES games. And if you're following along, playing with us with Who Am I as well. Also, too, we finally finished that 10 weeks of game shows. So next week on Monday, Joker's Wild, Tic-Tac-Toe, and Blockbusters will be airing the new seasons, including the Tournament of Champions, which was very, very good. It went well. I'm not going to give away who won. You already know, but I'm not going to give it away. You'll just have to watch, so that way the views will be up, as they say. Yeah, you don't want to give away too much information on that. That way nobody gets to say, "Oh, he spoiled it," like a spoiler alert, you know?
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta watch it first, and then just save that moment. That's why.
That's right. All right, everybody.
Here we go.
All right, quarter number 3. Here we go. Third quarter. Oh, nice melting there. Okay, next up on the list is Super Glove Ball. Now, this has got to deal with the Power Gloves, I believe. Yeah. All right. This one was put out by Rare and Mattel, October 1990. And it was specifically designed to be played with the Power Glove controller. However, it can also be played with the standard controller. Yep. This video game uses a first-person perspective to provide a three-dimensional element. There are 3 different mazes in the game, and each maze holds hundreds of different rooms. In this game of Super Glove Ball, the player controls a virtual glove on the screen. The player has a life meter that is divided into 26 bars, and the player starts off in a 3D room, and each surface of the room has rectangular tiles on it. The left and right walls of the room each have 20 tiles on their surfaces, 5 tiles high, 4 tiles deep. Top and bottom walls have 32, and the wall at the far end of the room has 40. Wow. So you got to basically throw some stuff, bounce off the walls. It's like a game of squash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, this game was actually set in the then futuristic year of 2005. When it came out, who knew what was going to happen in 2005?
Right.
Yep. All right, no reception. So now we go to.
We're back to the top. We're back to the top of the list again.
Okay, Brandon Bogart, Super Glove Ball.
So that doesn't look like a bad concept. Unfortunately, what's it called? What does it mean when it's out? Rip.
You mean it's when it's out? You mean?
Oh shoot! I forgot what it was called. I forgot the word.
Out for what? You mean out of release?
The way it came out from the concept.
Oh, it was the concept of squash. That's what it is.
Never mind. I got it. Execution.
There we go.
Right. I guess it's executed fine, but the front cover, we have like a lava wizard and a snake.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
That is so bizarre. But execution doesn't look terrible. I'm going to give it 74.
74.
Okay.
Okay.
Almost near the Scott special.
Yep. All right, Scott. Super Glove Ball.
Okay. Let's be honest here. This is not a good game here. Well, first of all, we all know that Power Glove was kind of meh at best here. So let's be honest with that there.
Yep.
So I would have to say, though, this is not going to do too well overall. 57. I'd suppose.
Long shot!
Okay. And now we go to Andrew with his look at Super Glove Ball.
So I never heard this game, and of course you need a Power Glove, and it says joystick compatible, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at the cover, and I think Brandon's absolutely right. There is a snake in there, of course.
Yep.
Which means the cover is not bad. So, and I will give this one a 79.
79. Okay. Hey. All right, Mark, you're up with Super Glove Ball.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I ever had this, nor did I ever play it. Looks kind of glove ball. Yeah, I've definitely never heard of that. All right. 70.
Barely passed it with a 70. Okay. All right. Well, I have seen the episode where James, the Nintendo nerd, basically AVGN expert, has used the glove, the Power Glove, to play Super Glove Ball, and he sucked big time with it.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
I can say that for sure. Yeah, and the cover art, oh my gosh, how many things are coming out of that particular?
Too many, Jason. Too many.
Like I said again, when you think of cover art, it's got to have balance. It's got to intrigue you. Now I know I played this game because of the fact that it was the Power Glove, or for that matter. But if I was basing it on cover art, phew. I have to go with Scott as well too. I will definitely say 52. Yeah.
Oh, it's right.
52. All right. Got our scores. Let's average it out. Ooh.
Again and then a D.
Yeah, another D. 66.4.
Oh.
Yep. There it is. All right. Super Glove Ball in the D tier. All right. Now we finally get to something we can sink our teeth into, gentlemen.
Yes. Yes.
I
know what it is. Super Jeopardy.
Right.
Not just regular Jeopardy.
Super Jeopardy. Yes.
Put out Super Jeopardy at that.
Yes. This one was September 1991. And you all know how to play Jeopardy, of course.
Yeah.
But it was so many different things. And yeah. To the Atari 2600, to Sega. But I think NES had this particular game that we're looking at. But there were other games, other Jeopardy games, as you can tell.
Yeah, there were DOS versions.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. So for sure. One of the things that we're going to mention about Super Jeopardy is that it premiered on ABC June 16th, 1990, right before Monopoly.
Yeah.
During the summertime. It was on for a little while, and it made up at 8 o'clock. I can tell you that because I remember it very well. All right, we go with Scott, Super Jeopardy.
Well, like I said, this is a good title. The only thing that sucked about it was the fact that it was hard to get the get the right answers typed in correctly, especially if you suck at typing. But other than that, good. It's a typical Jeopardy style game. I think we gave these a 90, so I'll give you a 90.
A 90? Okay, you got it. All right. Now we go to Andrew Hocking with Super Jeopardy.
Okay, this game I love. Super Jeopardy is one of the best games of all time on Nintendo. I played it so many times. This game I've been addicted to this game, of course.
Yep.
So I will get this in the high A's. Are you ready for this? Get ready for the Taco Bell theme, Jason. 99.
Oh, you got it. 99. Wow. Yeah. One fry short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you're up with Super Jeopardy.
Yeah. Okay, but I have played this actually on my YouTube channel before.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm not really that good at it, as you can probably tell. And because this game is basically tournament style, that means it's probably harder than the regular Jeopardy is.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's still a fun game to play, though. Let's see. I will give this a perfect 100.
Aha!
oh, 1 up time.
Okay. Perfect score for Mark Leota, and now we go to Brandon Bogard with Super Jeopardy.
Now, this isn't the only Jeopardy game that we've done on this.
Yep.
Was it like 4 or 3 that we've done?
We did 3. If you want to look, we can scroll it up.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them.
The Jeopardy games actually were in the
4. This is number 4.
yeah. I'm trying to find where the Jeopardy games were. I think they were in the 8th year.
Check the there they are.
They all got A's, and even the 25th anniversary. So yeah, you gave us some really high scores back in the days, guys.
That's what I thought. So
All right. With Super Jeopardy, I'm a little confused used to how the 4-player came into play, but I like Jeopardy, and I had to base this on the graphics and the gameplay images. I'm still gonna be nice to it. I'm not gonna fully give it an A, but I will give it a pass, an 85.
85. Okay.
Because the reason why there's 4 players, that's the only time they have in the tournament. That's why.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So Super Jeopardy. I watched the tournament. I'm not a big Jeopardy fan. I try to answer as best I can on the questions. But this was fun. If you were really a diehard Jeopardy fan, you tuned in every week, regardless of what version came up, even if it was celebrity version.
Mm-hmm.
Junior edition of Jeopardy. So, yeah, I don't remember playing this game at all, but I know that when it did come out, boy, I bet you whoever owned an NES had it somewhere in their library. Cover art's great. I'm going to give it 95.
Oh, okay.
95.
I know this is. I know where this will go. I already know where we're gonna go.
All right, here we go with the average. Oh yeah,
definitely going in the A's.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's easy.
Going all the
SpaghettiOs.
Where is it?
Where we go?
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. I lost you.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Go up. I see it right there.
Okay. Going. Continually going. Yeah, guys, you got it. Your first A of the night.
Finally.
93.8. You got it. There it is.
Yeah. Definitely deserve that applause for that. And now we've been waiting for all these weeks. We've been waiting for this one to coming up.
That's right. It's now time for the greatest series of games. First up, Super Mario Brothers, the original. Yes. Let me give you the background on it as if you didn't know. Put out by Nintendo September 13th, 1985. Now, it's a platform game. As you know, you got to control Mario or Luigi in the Mushroom Kingdom. Yep, was put out by Mr. Miyamoto himself and Suzuka, the guys who own Nintendo. Yep. Let me give you the reception of what happened here, because there's got to be some. Yes. This was immensely successful, both commercially and critically. It helped popularize the side-scrolling platform game genre and served as a killer app for the NES. Upon release in Japan, 1.2 million copies were sold during its September 1985 release month. Within 4 months, about 3 million copies were sold, then grossing more than 12.2 billion. The success of Super Mario Brothers helped increase Famicom sales to 6.2 by January of 86. By 87, 5 million copies. And up, and up. Yep. Every year that it was still on the market, was still the most popular game sold. 4 million in 88, 9.1 million by 89, 18.7 million by early 90, 19 million by April of 90.
Oh,
yeah.
You talk about just breaking the all-time record for sales.
Mm-hmm.
Near perfect game, simple play mechanics, hundreds of incentives. Yeah. You could look at all these reviews and my gosh, it's a great and playable game with praise for the gameplay. Yep. I don't have to say any more about it, guys, because you know dang well what we're dealing with. Scott is Mario.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
All right.
Mario.
Yes, indeed, Mark. All right, but we're starting with Scott with this one.
Okay.
No.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, I thought it was Scott. I'm sorry.
No. Scott with this. Scott started on the Super Jeopardy one.
Yes.
So it is Andrew's turn.
So it's back to me. That's what.
What are you? Okay, Mr. Hockey. What can you honestly say about Super Mario Brothers?
Okay, this is another game I played this before. And I love this game. I addicted to this game. I played it many times over the year when I was in 1990 or 91. And this is an awesome game. And of course, there's only 2 players, of course, with Mario and Luigi, of course.
Yep.
So for this one, get ready for the ding, 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 Jason. Perfect 100 all the way.
You got it. Now, Mr. Leota, what can you possibly not say about Super Mario Brothers?
Well, what is there? I mean, like, this is honestly like the perfect NES game. There's not really any weak points. And this game, of course, is also available as part of NES online for Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
And I'll let you say too much more about this. A perfect 100.
Duh.
Double up time.
Also, fun fact, a couple of fun facts. One, this was actually this was packed into all NES systems, I think around the late 80s or whatever, along with Duck Hunt as a dual pack. And
yes.
And this was also, I believe, for me, this was also, I believe, the very first NES game that I ever played.
There you go.
Also,
very
the
good.
video game that I ever played, I do believe.
Oh yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind you were not going to give it anything less than 100 there, Mark.
Yep.
All right. Now, Mr. Bogard, what do you have to say about it? Oh, look what he's got. He's got his shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He is all pumped and ready to go. We've got show and tell today on Wipe Those Tears, guys.
Yep.
Watch your time.
Now, as for my score,
yeah.
ta-da.
Ta-da.
It's in my name.
Oh, 100 as well! 100 as well!
Hey!
All right! I bet you, Jason, I bet you that Scott's going to say, oh, it's going to be, get ready for that score. Get ready. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
First, let me give
First of all, let's introduce you to the family of amiibo characters I got. First of all, this is your 30th anniversary Pixel Mario amiibo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got all the characters on the side. Second, we got Mr. Luigi.
Ah!
There you go. And now we bring out Peach.
Oh, yes.
We love Luigi.
Yeah. And then we bring out Bowser.
Whoa.
Oh.
Junior.
Ah, and Junior.
And
Oh,
you know
those
what
are
else
looking
they do?
super cool.
And I'm
Hey,
gonna-
But are they as cool as a Luigi?
There you go. And they are all saying the easiest thing. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 100!
Yeah! All right.
Oh yeah,
By the way,
oh yeah. Luigi loves that.
I actually had seen this at a trade show when they first were introducing the NES system after the New York release, though. And shortly after that, I found the arcade version, the Versus Super Mario Brothers arcade game, as I was heading homebound from that convention. There was pretty trade show as well. That was kind of neat.
Do you have Toad? What's the Toad there, Scott?
No, I do not have Toad. That's the only one I'm missing here.
Ah,
I have a Wario also, but I didn't want to bring him down because he wasn't part of the original trilogy. So there you go.
Mark's got Luigi on Luigi on the brain today.
Yep.
But that's not all I got in front of me.
Ah, yes.
Hey, now you got the thing. There you go.
Well,
All
you guys
right.
are having so much fun here. We gotta get going here. But that's great. I love the show and tell. Now, speaking of which, hey, if memory serves me, this September 13th would be the 40th anniversary coming up for Mario.
Yes. Yes.
40th anniversary, Super Mario Brothers, when the game came out. Yep. Ooh, look at Bowser. Man. Whew.
Oh.
Yep.
While you do that, I'm going to bring up a surprise for you in the private chat. Give me a few minutes.
All right. Well, I have to give my
In the
comment.
meanwhile,
I only have 2 minutes left. Look, guys, this is a classic. You can't, and like you say, it comes with every NES console with Duck Hunt. And even if you bought it on your own, just to have it for shits and giggles, there's no doubt in my freaking mind we're going 100. Yeah.
and it's an easy part, Jason. It's an easy part. We don't have to worry about the average. We already know where it goes.
That's an automatic 100.
Okay, I got
All
some
five.
with you there.
All right, hold on.
Okay, go ahead and show on my screen here. We get a chance here.
Okay, we'll do. Let me put this in the A tier.
I'll
Though.
let you put that way up there, of course.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be.
It should have been an S A plus tier in this case, but there you
I
go.
know, right? Yeah, but
S tier.
Yeah,
for super. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There it is.
there it is.
Okay.
Right next door to Super Jeopardy, of course.
Now we're going to close off the screen there for a minute and put up.
I was going to show you this picture. You see this Bowser here.
Ah.
This is me dressed as Bowser.
Oh.
An anime convention back in the teens here. I made the costume basically all myself. That's a paper mache Bowser head.
Wow.
With the morph suit there, we've made the belly. On the back, you can't see too well, but there is an actual Koopa turtle shell on there. And you can't see it here, but I also had the feet here made from duck slippers that I applied nails to. There's our actual press-on nails as the fingers there. And I was really proud of this cosplay. So there you go.
Now the question was the costume hot?
Only a little bit, though. Thankfully, I was able. The hardest part of this costume was actually seeing out of it. That's the reason why you can partially see my chin here.
Yeah.
The only way to look out through the costume was because of the mouth. But other than that, yeah. Considering I used a morph suit here, so that wasn't as bad as you think it was. So there you go.
That's
all right.
Fantastic. Well, that is that's an A, and that is a perfect 100 score, 500, and we didn't even need to average it out automatically. Yep. All right, guys. Next up on the series is Mario Mario 2. Wow, just let me give you the date on this one real quick. Okay.
Oh.
Mario 2 came out September 1988. 3 years later. Okay. So, with that, we now go to Mr. Leota.
Okay. Well, this is definitely a very different Super Mario Brothers 2 because, of course,
Yeah.
as you know, the original Super Mario 2 only released in Japan because they thought it would be too hard for us.
Mhm.
So we ended up getting this, which is based off a separate game called Doki Doki Panic.
Yep.
And it's honestly not that bad of a game when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, plus they also ended up introducing some enemies that would feature prominently in later games.
Mhm.
So I think I'm going to give this one a 98.
98. Oh, okay. Well, I knew that it wasn't going to be a perfect 100, but still a high A. All right. Now we go to Brandon Bogart's Mario 2.
So one of the gameplay images has like there's a door with no wall. It's just there showing the sky.
Mhm.
And then we have the front cover. I have to ask Mario, what's with the green carrot?
Smoke weed every day.
Well, ask Mr. Leota since he knows so much about Mario. Why?
Mark, what's with the green carrot?
Yeah.
I have,
It's a radish.
yeah,
Oh.
like
It's a white
that's
radish.
Like, one of the turnips.
White
I guess
turnip.
they,
Yeah.
they pull up from the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
among other
yeah, it is
vegetables. Yeah.
What, he
Yeah.
has a pet bunny all of a sudden?
Again.
By the
Dare
way,
you ask?
by
There
the
you
way,
are.
Jason, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I did like the video of that chocolate Mario that you sent me.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mark. I was thinking that's definitely got Mark Leota written all over it.
All right. I'm still going to give it a 97.
Yeah. Oh, he went up to you, though. Yeah. 97. Okay. Still a high A. And now we go to Scott.
Yeah, Peach is saying hi again because this is one of the first times she ever was a prominent character in a Mario game here. So there
Yep.
you go. Being not just the damsel in distress. So there you go. I will say one thing. I do like this game was interesting. I love the fact that they tried to incorporate a different game into this version as a for the United States people there as well. One thing that I will say though, why did they never bring back the main bad guy from this game? I mean, we're talking about the awesome. Why did he never get a chance to even shine in any other Nintendo title as well? Whereas Nintendo embarrassed by War Tier and all that, considering he was only a dream character? Because I think he would have been perfect in any other Mario franchise game. Seriously.
Yeah.
He could have been so effective, but they said no, he was a one shot only, which is sad. That's the reason why I cannot give it a perfect score, but it does get 98.
Double up. Okay. And a Taco Bell. 98. Okay, Mr. Hawking, you are up with Super Mario 2.
So I played this game and I quite like it. I like the cover, and this game is like pretty good, especially since on the first one, about 3 years later, of course. So for this one, I will double up from Scott and also 98.
Aha, 98 too. Okay. Another Taco Bell. All right, now wait till you hear my explanation about Mario 2. This to kind of shock you. I was very disappointed with this game. I
Ooh.
played at somebody else's house, and they always played the princess because the princess was about the easiest. She floated.
Yeah, she floated like this.
Yep. Exactly. And I was like, wait a minute. Why is not we using Mario? Why we're not using Toad? Why we're not even using Luigi? Oh, the characters are not so good in this game. So I can understand. Maybe they should just use the princess and Toad for this game instead of Mario and Luigi.
Cool.
No. I don't particularly like the you know, I like the side scrolling. So cover art is what's saving it. Playability wise, very difficult for me. I'm going to give this 90. Just leave it at 90. Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Definitely. Not 100 and not a 95, but yep. Wow, Luigi right there.
I like that. Here's how he jumped. He goes like that. Like that. Because he had that little float and all that there.
Yeah. I bet you a Canadian dollar that we're got another A.
I think you're right.
It out, guys. Oh yeah. Well, it's not going to be a perfect 100, but it is an A, and the average is 96.2. There you go.
Another ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Oh. Before we get to our next game, guess what? I got another picture to show you.
Okay.
Another one?
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and take the break now because we got to finish up the.
We got the last 3 clues to go on the Who Am I?
Okay.
All right. For the other picture here, I found another good picture of me in the Bowser outfit. This is a full body version here, as you can see this time. So we'll bring that up here.
Oh, I got it for
There
you.
it is.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right.
The feet here, which I took from to make it, look like he has 3 toes. Here's a tail attached to the back of it as well that way too.
Huh.
So it's a pretty good little combination you think I did there.
And the number 6 on the bottom.
That told me I was contestant 6 in that category. So there you go.
Cool.
This was at a cosplay contest. That's why.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
You got some good originality there for making your own costume there, Scott.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, end of quarter 3. Time for the remaining clues of Who Am I? Clue number 7 is
7.
my gold coffin and treasures are now museum attractions. Okay. Clue number 8. Steve Martin sang a song about me on my first trip to the United States. And clue number 9. I was a boy king of Egypt. Okay. Those are the final 3 clues, and we'll see your answers at the end of the show. Anybody need to take a break?
Nope.
Okay, let's get back to it because we've got some more grading to do. Oops.
Quarter number 4.
Yeah, that's for sure. Quarter number 4. Oh, we got another picture here from.
One last more warrior.
Oh!
And this is me dressed as Wario from the WarioWare /
Oh no! My goodness!
Hi.
There you go.
Ay, ay, ay,
I actually painted the helmet myself, painted the gloves, took an old jean jacket and ripped it like that, and then tried to, and even dyed the pants purple. So there you go.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
Dyed the pants? Oh my god.
Yeah, dyed the pants. They were originally regular blue jeans, but I dyed them purple.
All right.
Not
And
bad.
of course, now they're scary.
gonna have another A tonight on this next one
Oh,
here.
you know
and
it.
Oh, get ready for this. Get ready. Here we go.
yes, the classic Super Mario 3. And boy, oh boy, when this sucker came out in October 23rd of 88, you knew this was the game that it was going to just blow away 1 and 2. This just got
Yeah.
better and better and better. All right. That's all I'm going to give you on that information. We start with the top of the order. Brandon Bogard, you're up. Mario 3.
When I did play this on Nintendo Switch Online, I'll admit the maps were a bit confusing for me. I had no idea like which direction to go unless they were numbered.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I'm still gonna give it an A, 95.
95, Taco Bell.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, Scott. Super Mario 3.
I've got 7 good reasons for Mario 3. The Koopalings.
Yes. Yes.
Trust me, they were pretty cool. They actually added very well to the Mario lore and everything as well, though. Sure, in recent years, they've been overshadowed by Junior here, but you gotta admit, the 7 kids there, that's what helped make this game amazing, though, as well.
Mhm.
Plus, also that it's like the whole stage play in this game is how it is designed as well. And also, I had to say one other big thing: the Tanuki suit, pure and simple.
Yeah.
One of the better power ups you can ever get. 100 again. Thank you, Mr. Bowser.
You
Is that
got
right?
it. 100. Yeah. Definitely. Very good, Scott. Nice going. All right. Andrew, Mario 3.
This another game I played before. I addicted to this game just like I did on the other 2, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this, and I played it all the time with my folks. So for this one, get ready for the double up with Scott. 100 as well.
There it is. 100. Yep. Okay, now let's see what the Mario expert himself has to say about Mario 3.
All right. By the way, Steffi, that Wario picture was missing a little Waluigi.
I know. Well, I didn't have anyone to play as a Waluigi back then, but there you go. Actually, give me 1 second. I will give you one more thing to show you. I'll be right back.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Mark.
All right. Well, while he's getting the picture ready, I guess I can say that this is such an awesome game. I mean, you thought Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2 were pretty good. This one, it's basically the definitive version of Super Mario Brothers for the NES.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cool new power-ups. And you know what? It is actually possible, if you're not careful on the final level of the game, it is actually possible to die into the pit after you beat Bowser.
Yep.
And
Whoa.
that would be kind of frustrating and disappointing if that happened.
Yep.
Well, and there's the Wario.
Wario. I know he wasn't part of the NES series, but I had to include him in my group here. I love the fact that he actually has a design on the back of this amiibo.
And actually, in one of the Super Mario Land Game Boy games, Wario is actually the villain.
Yep. Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins.
Yep, which is available on NSO, as is this. And
Yep.
I think I'm going to give this game a perfect 100.
Of course you are. Yeah. No doubt in my mind. And another double up, too. Okay. Brandon Bogard, Super Mario 3.
Oh no, I think he already did that already.
Already
He
do it?
did.
Okay, he did.
So it's your
Yeah,
turn.
You're the only one, Jason. You're the only one.
Oh, somebody's losing their train of thought.
Yeah, Jason, you're the only one left. You're the only one.
Okay. Nothing beats opening up this game on Christmas Day. That's when I got this game. I knew exactly what it was when I saw the front cover, when I saw the top of the cover where it opens up, because I looked. When I opened it up, I was like, yes.
Yes.
I got the game. I didn't get the game until 3 years later because I didn't get my first Nintendo until 1990.
Okay.
I had to play it, rent it, do all that stuff. But my mom knew that this game was going to be in the library of the DeCanio family. Yes, without a doubt. I like Frog Mario myself.
There you go.
Yes.
I also like the Warp Whistle.
That's right. Yes.
And of course the raccoon tail. Don't forget the raccoon tail too as well.
Yeah, the old leaf power up. There you go.
That's right. But then you also had that P-Wing.
Yes.
That way you can always fly when you have the raccoon tail on you.
And the hammer.
Hammer suit. Yes.
Hammer thrower. Yep. But I'll tell you, the nice thing about the game is that the cover art's fantastic. I remember I told you about too much yellow. No, not in this particular one. This is the yellow that I was talking to you about.
Mm-hmm.
Mario is still very visible. You could tell all of his features in the blue background for the logo of Mario 3. You've got to be kidding me. 100, of course.
Hey, Jason, you only got 24 seconds left.
Hey,
I will want to mention one last thing before we put the sucker in a proper shelf. Who remembers the first place you ever got to see this game? In the movie The Wizard.
Aha. Yeah. Good job. All right. There is an average we have to actually average out. So I know it's going to be.
We know
Oh,
it, Dylan.
God.
Another A.
Of course, it's another A. But would you like to know that it actually got 99? It missed it by that much because
Ooh.
missed it by that much.
That's 4 A's in a row tonight. That's 4 A's in a row tonight.
You made up for it, guys. Yeah, you made up for your A's big time with that series. And
Yeah.
all right, and we still got more to cover.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye, Mario. You've been very helpful in show and tell tonight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to continue on with the next one.
Yeah. Well, here's a game now that's familiar to all you Atari fans out there. Super Pitfall. Whoa. Well, now. Put out by Pony Inc., Activision, September 5th, 1986. It's a side-scrolling nonlinear platform game and was the first game that Activision published as a third-party developer for the NES. Played just like, but you're in the Andes Mountains this time. And Bill Kunkel, or Bill Canuncle, he wrote in Computer Gaming World, found that playing the character's movement was slow and floaty and that its gameplay and visuals were too similar to that of Super Mario Brothers. He concluded that there is nothing in the game itself to keep NES users awake. The entertainer found that the game gave players plenty to explore, specifically noting large amount of secret areas and hidden objects, and recommended it to fans of the two previous Pitfall games on the Atari 2600. Video games and computer entertainment gave the game a high grade of 4 for its action and lower points of 2 for its music and sound, declaring the game to be a higher quality form than its previous entries. Tony Olive in the Rainbow reviewed the Coco port, praising the graphics as arcade quality with smooth movement and finding the game to be fun and challenging. Wow. That gives you a little bit of rundown. And I think you guys know about Super Pitfall very well.
Yeah.
And who starts off this time?
Me.
Scott. It's Scott.
Okay, Scott, go right ahead.
Okay, Super Pitfall on the NES. This is closer to Pitfall 2 on the old Atari, but definitely different, though. Yeah, first of all, the main character. It's not the stick figure of Pitfall Harry we're all used to. This kind of looks like Mario's second cousin once removed here, wearing a pit helmet and a blue suit here.
Smoke weed every day.
And as they said in the reviews here, yeah, it's okay. Not great, but okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, even though I've never really played it, it seems to be interesting though. But I'm only going to give you 70 points.
Oh, 70. Wow. Now, my question to you, Scott, is did you like the original Pitfall?
Yes, I like the original a lot better though itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice and linear. In fact, somewhere in my files, I actually have a map of the entire Pitfall setting so you know where all the treasures are at.
There you go. Well, all right. We know where you were going with it for originality. Okay, Andrew, you're up with Super Pitfall.
Oh my goodness! I never heard this game, and I look at the cover like what? Brandon, give me the sensor beat ready. I say, what the?
Hold on. Try it again.
Like what the? What the? What was wrong with this count? I only need just one. I already need one, okay?
Right.
So, like, oh my god. I don't like this cover at all. I hate to do this, but I have to get 66.
Oh, 66.
You know, I kind of feel bad that Gianni's not here right now because
Yeah, the King of New Jersey's not here tonight, and I hope he's definitely disagreeing with me on that one.
He also won't be here next week as well, so unfortunately, he'll be
Well,
out.
we might not till May, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we go down to Mark Liotta with Super Pitfall. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've played this one either.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of it. Okay. Not sure what to think of that cover now, if I'm being honest. I think I will give this a 69.
Ooh.
Oh, launch guard!
69. All right. Now we go to Brandon Bogard with Super Pitfall.
Oh, geez.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not good.
That doesn't sound good.
When the back cover says that this game has cavemen,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
you gotta be kidding me. And then and the guy's name, Pitfall Harry. They
Yeah.
bring up Harry's niece, Rhonda, and a companion. It says he has a companion named Quick Claw the Lion.
Yep. This was in the original 2600 version, so there you go.
Yeah.
Dang hell, really? And the mission is to recover the Raj Diamond. I'm gonna double up with Andrew. 66.
Ah, 66. Yeah, I see where we're going with this one. Total disappointment, right?
Of course.
Completely.
I would have figured. Now, see, I'm not a big Pitfall fan as far as even the original. I will respect it for those who have played it and have beat it and have earned that honor. But there is no way in hell on wheels would I ever get involved in it. I've tried to play it. It's super hard for me because of the jumping, the timing on the jumps. It's what I think is difficult. But this cover art is looking disgusting. When you put Super Pitfall on it, why in the heck would you have so many things going on at one time, leading to mass total confusion? I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This one's going into the bottom of the barrel here.
Someone make a meme out of that face he just made.
Yeah, 55.
Oh, launch guard!
Yeah, 55 definitely. And because
I think I already know where. I don't know. I think our average standard are going to say. My guess it has to be in a D tier.
Well, let's see what we have. Yeah. Let's see what we have. You're right about that. Right up there in the D tier. Yeah, 65.2. Cruncho. Yep. All right. Well, like I said, difference of opinion when you put it on a different port, you know? That matter. Okay, next up. Well, I think we should stop. We're going to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop. We have to go through, we have to go through the Who Am I? And we've got about 10 minutes left and some other things go. Let's shut it down. All right, so I can save it, and we'll pick up with Super Spike V-Ball next week. Ooh.
And also, Mario says, "Thank you so much for featuring my games tonight."
Yeah, about time, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome. It is about the time.
Yeah.
Now, all our friend has to do is just leave the list.
Yeah. Somehow I knew that all three Marios were going to get A's. I mean, that's just right there.
And of course, the fourth A was the Super Jeopardy. That's why.
Yeah, you definitely got that. But I'll tell you one thing, gentlemen. We are coming down to the end of the games itself because statistician, tell us how many games we graded tonight.
Well, we graded 14 tonight.
Yeah.
But we only have 122 more, so we're not really getting to the end.
No, but we're close.
We're close.
I'm going to guess at about 10 weeks or so. What do you think?
Yeah, which should put us right at June, right? I think.
Probably end of June, yeah.
And
I doubt it, but there you go.
No, that means we would have to keep going in season 3 because we want to finish up before June.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Anybody got a calendar on them?
I do. Let me check my phone. All right, let me check my phone.
Okay. Today is the 9th.
Let's see.
We'll be here on the
16th. You said 10 weeks, right?
Yeah. So the 16th is number 1. The 30th is number 2. April 30th.
Yeah.
May.
So 10 weeks is not till about June 18th.
Ooh.
Right.
Well, I think we can, if we double up on the games next week and do a lot because we're going to be taking that Easter week off.
Yeah.
We'll be able to double up on the games before the end of the month, so we still have only 4 weeks left.
Yep.
To do what we need to do, guys. So we'll really bog it down and get going here. But in the meantime, we have all of the clues for tonight's Who Am I? And so now let's start off with the ever popular Mr. Bogard. Who do you think we're talking about here tonight?
I got no answer since we let the BC and Egypt thing go.
No guess. Okay. All right. So nothing for Brandon. Now, Scott, what do you think it is?
Well, you gave one hell of an interesting clue, but I got it pretty early after this, like clue 4, to be honest. When clue 3 came around, I had 2 options in mind. But let's just go quote from the great Steve Martin himself, King Tut.
You got it. Yes. You got it. Yeah, King Tut or
Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun. You got it.
Oh, by the way, there was an arcade game called Tutankhamun, which is kind of loosely based off that, but they dropped off the last syllable. So there you go, because it couldn't fit on the arcade marquee.
Nice. Okay, Mark, did you come up with King Tut?
Tut, 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 King Tut.
You got it. Yeah, there you go. Nicely done. Now for Mr. Hawking himself, who writes down his answers like that.
I'm glad I got that in the first 3 clues, of course. And that's why I also say King Tut as well.
You got it. Yeah. There you go.
You ready? You ready to know what the times are for the last 2 quarters?
Yes, please do give us those statistics.
Okay, so Brandon Bogart got another one.
Oh, okay. Great job, Brandon.
And Scott, be happy, you got one as well. I got another one as well.
Oh,
And the person who got another 3 more, the Mario expert, Mark.
yep. Now, the interesting part about it, remember I told you at the beginning of the season, our statistician and our timekeeper were going to keep stats on who got all those special ones, and that, of course, the winner, of course, with the most at the end of the season will be the overall, bragging person with that kind of awards and stuff.
Well,
nice.
don't worry, Jason. I already got that covered already.
You got it covered. Great. All right.
Thank God, because I don't know if I can do that.
Because I already every time when they have their fastest time, I always marked it with a star on it.
Yep.
All right.
Well, definitely Gianni's not going to be here next week, so we hi Gianni, we all miss you and hope the Devils are doing great on their game.
Because next week we finally gonna escape the S's and we finally enter the T's.
T. Yeah.
Ta-ta-ta.
And of course to Jesse Ortiz and his mom, Mrs. Ortiz, please get well soon. And
lots of prayers for your mom, Jesse.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. Well, we'll see you next week. And remember, a week after we go to Easter break, so we won't be here for that. But then we'll be back here on the 30th. Yay!
Have fun.
All right, guys. Till then, good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.